I should have started late. I could have afford to on Thursday, but because the pedantic being I am, and because I feel guilty for not coming the usual time on the site, I decided to yeah, I'll start at 8:30 and finish it around 7:30. Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Rough.
And
Man.
then and then I told my manager on Friday, I'm out of here by 2:30. He's like, yeah, that's fine. He's like, I don't care. He's like, even if you don't do your 8 hours, I don't care. He's like, I would like to focus on the quality of work rather than the quantity. And that kind of was like, yeah, he's got a point though,
That's
right?
nice.
What's the point of staying? Yeah, what's the point of staying on your job at 8 hours if you're doing 5 hours or 6 hour worth of quality work, right? Full on quality work. So
Or
I was
making
like, yeah, he's got a
mistakes.
point though. Yeah, making mistakes is part of learning, right?
Well, yeah, but
So
if you're only making the mistakes because you're tired and you're not feeling well, then they're mistakes that could be avoided if you took a
yeah,
nap.
yeah, yeah.
So I had a revelation this weekend because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing
What?
with. I had a revelation this week, and it was that I realized that I have an insane amount of experience when it comes to hostile work environment, crazy intense public relations work, and I was just like, I had 3 years of intense experience.
Right? Right? I keep telling you, yeah, but what is happening?
Yeah, I
In
don't
the
know.
oh god, okay, sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, you have managed even hostile communities, if you might say,
Hello.
Welcome
not
back to
hostile
Dump Fest
communities,
Friday. Dump Fest Friday. Dump Fest Friday.
It's going to be fun.
Hmm. Oh, hello there, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to Dumb Feck Friday, and today we're talking about The Little Mermaid, because of course we are.
oh my,
How are you
that
doing,
is so
Maanyaa?
awesome. I am doing fantastic after getting good night's sleep yesterday. So yeah, I'm doing good. Life's been good. It's been sunny around this corner of the world where I live, and it's been fantastic. But it's been cold at the same time, so it's hmm, it gets confusing. But it's been going well. It's been going well so far. And
That's
welcome
fair.
back, everyone who's in the live chat. Welcome, guys, and hope you enjoy this session like you did the last time. You got the first ever Maanyaa 404 error. So I hope we get more of those little nuggets here and there today and in
Oh,
the coming
I'm not gonna
weeks.
lie, that was pretty absolutely hilarious.
It was. Oh my goodness. And then I think so it was Al, wasn't it? Oh no, sorry, it was Athens who added the sound to it and the loading screen dial up onto my space and then put it together. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Hopefully we can get chat to work. It
So it
might be
looks
having a problem. And look who's joined us after a
okay.
long time. Mr. Sirius is here. Hey, man.
Oh my goodness! Mr. Serious, everybody, welcome him. Give him heart emojis in the live chat. Go on.
Man, I'm gonna be
Back and
fighting with this today.
is it it's decided to give you
Oh, well, yeah, I was busy doing something else before we started, so I didn't set this up right. I don't know if it's gonna work.
oh
I don't think it's working, guys. I don't think live chat's working. Oh no.
oh no oh
Uh,
god
oh well, whatever.
why yeah, well, the usual things happen. We start the show and technical difficulties, and that's how our show is.
I don't know. I gotta say, I've been pretty good on the technical difficulties. Oh, this is
Oh
so
yeah, you have been
weird.
you have been
Hi, Mom. No, chat's working on the side. Chat's not working on the screen.
in the software you're working.
My mom is trying to. I'm at my mom's house and she's trying to
Hi,
give me technical
mom.
advice on a program she doesn't. Amazing. Fair warning.
Oh, bless
I woke
her.
up sassy today.
Hmm. You woke up and chose violence.
Well, I feel like
Oh,
I didn't choose violence. I feel like violence was thrust upon me.
yes, that's fair. That's fair assessment. Talking about choosing violence, looks like a certain lawyer has decided to sue Christopher Boozy for defamation for a clip for a clip that I sent Christopher Boozy. So it's going
Oh,
to be fun.
oh
It's going to
God!
be very funny.
If it's not my own words, it can't be. That's impossible.
It can't be. You don't understand the context, which is not anywhere 1 minute before, nor 1 minute later, nor in the entire video.
Uh, well, I woke up today and saw like a couple of Dr. Proudman's tweets, and I'm like, oh, this is a great way to start
Oh
my day.
God.
So we're
Oh, then
probably
we
gonna have
found
to.
another.
Yeah. Yes. Go
Yeah,
on.
we'll. We found another doctor, right? Another female doctor on Twitter that said the most absurd thing yesterday, and it's like this is a perfect example of all these, women. Cog- um, when you have a cognitive bias, is that what they call, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it
A
clouds all your
cognitive.
critical thinking
Yeah.
and all your judgment. And you say, and these people, I'm using specifically the word people because there are men also out there too. Then they say the most stupid shit ever, and you're like, do you read your shit and comprehend before you like hit like reply or enter or something like that?
No.
Because there was this another fella who was like, oh, you watch Johnny Depp bring candy and like what and doodle in the trial, so you think he's innocent. I'm like, don't tell people what they took into consideration before deciding that Johnny Depp was innocent. Why are you gaslighting on Twitter? I'm like, really?
Do you remember when I said no matter what Johnny Depp did, whether he looked at Amber while she was talking or whether he looked down purposefully to not interfere because he'll be viewed if he's looking at her as like intimidating her or like whatever. No matter what he did,
Yeah.
he was gonna get fried either way. So they picked the lesser of two options, which was cute
He
doodling and gummy bears. Good choice.
yeah, he has been on tour, and
Mm-hmm.
people have got access to like Amber Heard's latest pictures. We don't know if they're latest pictures or not. TMZ says she's in Spain, and people have been saying, "Oh, this is Johnny Depp trying to like kill Amber Heard." I'm like, do you listen to yourself when you say that? Johnny Depp is on a tour again right now, again with Jeff Black, if I'm not wrong. What are you talking about? These I think so. When people start talking about that shit, I personally believe they're trolls who are trying to instigate, both sides. So yeah, but it's amazing, amazing. Yeah.
I would not be surprised, and I also kind of expect to see. I mean, we're gonna have to do another like Dr. Pradman update. Hey, I fixed it. We're absolutely gonna have to do another Dr.
Hey.
Pradman debate. Look at
Yeah.
her stuff because like it's to me, I think it's valuable to look at because there's a little bit more to discuss than just Johnny Depp Amber Heard. There's like the
Yes, of
concepts
course.
that she's talking about and that she's bringing up are just like a level of absurdity that I can't. I'm like, okay, we need to talk about this because this is a bit much. All right, chat is fixed.
Yes.
Hooray.
There we go.
Huzzah.
See, Chef to the rescue,
I had to
and we
completely
have
get rid of it and
problem.
bring it back in. Oh, nice.
Yeah, just
I get
restart.
good food after the stream. I'm also going to Oktoberfest. Sunday is Canadian Thanksgiving. I'm going to get stuffed with so much
Ooh.
food.
Yes, food.
I'll be a fat little goblin.
So what I've done is I've taken the Monday off because that's my final, that's my day for the final submission of my assignment too.
Nice.
And what I did yesterday was
Who
when I
wants to
got out
be
of work.
Maanyaa?
Ah! Nikki, Nikki. So I went to the supermarket and I just stuffed my fridge with like food, like carbohydrates, like starchy foods. Like I'm like I
Snacks.
don't fucking care. I have an assignment to finish. I'm going to gorge on food as much as I want to. Fuck everyone. What health? I don't care.
Oh man, apparently
Assignment takes priority.
there's a pre-party before Oktoberfest at my sister's house. Oh no.
Oh god. Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna get
This is
wrecked.
awesome.
I'm gonna get wrecked. I'm gonna be hungover as hell tomorrow, and then it'll be Thanksgiving, then dinner the next day. I'm gonna get wrecked again.
Oh, come on!
Oh
Do make
boy.
sure you come in the Discord after getting wrecked.
How
It's
dare
going to
you?
be
Feel free to join the
Roxanne.
feel free to join the Discord by becoming a member or Patreon link below.
Maanyaa, what's your favorite study food? Caramel popcorn.
Ooh.
That's my favorite study food. Yeah, and then I just get like a cup of coffee without any sugar in it, and it's like high on caffeine and sugar, and then bouncing off the walls, typing like a zombie.
I also
Yeah.
have a quick update. I've got a project that I've been working on. I've been
Ooh.
teaching a little bit about how to play League of
Yes.
Legends in the Discord. So if you've ever been interested in that game, I've been sort of like walking through like the very beginner information because it's like nobody's really good at this game, and so I'm not really that good at the game. I don't play as much ranked as I could, I guess, but there's a lot of stuff for like when you first start the game that is just like off the wall. That's all. It throws a lot of information at you all at once. So I've been putting together a sort of League of Legends Summoner's Rift virtual tour to be like, listen, this is all the information you
Woo.
need as a beginner. So look out for that coming out probably next month because I want to get all the videos done and then put them out.
Yeah, it would be a good idea to pre-record them and then you can release them slowly. Yeah, she gave
Mm-hmm.
me a session where I was playing and she was telling me what to do and I got yelled at so much. She was like, "What are you doing? I didn't tell you to put the word there. I told you there." And that at that time, it felt like I was back home where my mother would say, "The dry sheets are there," and I would be like, "What there?"
Put the ward over the wall. Drops ward directly beside her. That's not the thing I said.
Besides the wall.
Watch
Which was
those
fun. It
videos
was
so
fun.
Chesh doesn't have to yell at you in person or pay a premium and I'll yell at you in person. Feel free to
Once in a
join the
while.
Discord. I'll yell at you all you want.
If you got the kink for that, yeah. Getting yelled by a goblin.
So let's talk about let's actually get to our topic. The Little Mermaid. I'm going to assume everybody watching this video by now has seen the trailer, right? So I have some
Yes.
thoughts about the trailer itself and some concerns because I'm not the biggest fan of the live action remakes. That's no secret. I'm not like I didn't like Maleficent. I didn't like Beauty and the Beast remake. Like that one actually kind of bothered me a little bit.
Yeah.
There I felt bad for poor Emma Watson, but that's a video for another day. So like the Lion King live action, I was just like, what? This isn't
What were
live
you
action.
thinking?
What is going on?
Yeah,
So
that was so. Yeah, I kind of am on the same page about the remakes, Disney remakes with you. But I liked Maleficent. I don't know why you didn't like it. Maybe we'll compare notes later.
sure.
But yeah, I didn't like Lion King and what was the other one? Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm a big fan of Emma Watson, I've seen her other work also. But
Mm-hmm.
that one kind of disappointed me, really. The Beast part was good, accurate, well done. The
Mm-hmm.
beauty part where Emma was there, it was like they were emphasizing too much on other things and they just forgot the essence of the story. Because they try to make it into a like a woman empowerment thing kind of thing, right? That's what Emma tried to do. And then people went a step ahead and say, "Do you realize that what happened to like the real beauty actually sounds like what's that syndrome?
Stockholm syndrome.
When you Stockholm syndrome, right?
So I would
Yeah, and then
actually
they try.
completely disagree with that in its entirety. And I
Really?
absolutely
Oh, okay.
recommend watching Cinema Therapy and watching their take on Beauty and the Beast because it is like, as far as I'm concerned, on point.
Point.
Not only
Oh,
is it
okay.
not Stockholm syndrome, but it is one of the best relationships that Disney has ever put forth. Not the best, but one of them.
Oh, okay.
One of the top ones. Yeah.
One of them. Oh, okay.
And Beauty and the Beast was
Looks like
always
I need a
about,
little more.
yeah, Beauty and the Beast was always about women empowerment. Belle was a very, very empowered female character.
Well, if you put her
She
in the
reads, she
yeah,
writes, she fights for things by herself, she makes decisions, she saves her dad, she fights some wolves, she saves the beast.
yeah,
Like that, and I don't mean saves him from being a beast. I mean he saves her from wolves, then she saves him from wolves and freezing to death.
yeah,
She
that
can
also yes.
ride a
So
horse.
yes, you can.
He
And
he doesn't kidnap her, by the way.
yeah, he doesn't. Maybe I might need to approach it from a different perspective, I guess.
I definitely recommend watching Cinema Therapy and watching their take on it.
All right.
It's pretty much on par with what I would say about it.
Smitty from the live chat, she falls in love with a kidnapper. Oh, so to that you were saying he didn't kidnap her though.
He didn't kidnap her for one. For second, she doesn't fall in love with him until the end of the movie after she's free. She doesn't fall in love with him
Yeah, when he
until
lets her
after.
go.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not even right away after he lets her go. It's not until she's gone and then comes back to help with Gaston. And it's not until after she sees that he does not fight or kill Gaston. It is after all
She's
that
like, okay.
that's when she
Oh,
realizes and falls in love with him. It's after all of these
oh,
things have happened.
you mean some people are redeemable even with their past mistakes
Oh yeah, sure. That's
and
yeah.
are and and can deserve love after making mistakes, and doing getting some retribution or going through some retribution, you
Oh
know?
yeah.
Is that what you mean? Oh, okay. Okay.
Who
Mhm.
doesn't love a good redemption arc?
Yeah. Well, yeah, if Maleficent can get a redemption arc, why not the Beast, right?
Listen, no, that movie. All right.
I went for the video and Shash was like, "Don't you even?"
No. No. Maleficent didn't need redemption. She didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, you could say that she didn't need any redemption. She was like, you fucking sliced off my wings while I was sleeping and
No,
locked them away.
not even that movie. Ignoring that movie entirely. I'm going to curse you and your child because you didn't invite me to this party that's the equivalent of declaring war. So all I'm going to do is punish your kid. That's it. Maleficent did nothing wrong.
All right, all right, all right. Well, yeah, like if you don't invite a fairy because she's a fairy, like right? She's a fairy,
So
right?
in the
I,
original movie, that's not exactly clear, but she is very much somebody of high repute and high society,
rank,
like
yeah,
empress, emperor, queen type. They call her like, what is it, your majesty or your eminence or something when she shows up at the
your
party that they
grace,
didn't invite. Yeah, yeah, and it's the queen calls her that.
yeah. And then she's like, "Okay, you know I'm important. You didn't invite me. Fuck you."
Maleficent did not poison a baby. She cursed her to die
Yeah,
by pricking her finger on a loom. Maleficent did
yeah.
nothing wrong. Excellency, yeah. You're not offended, Your
You're
Excellency,
excellent.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's also like if you start going into the lores, like how these stories came into like fruition, like the original written stories, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're quite messed up if you go
Oh,
to
they
the
get
lore.
way
Yeah.
dark if you're looking at like even the Little Mermaid,
Yeah.
which we've gotten distracted from talking
Mm-hmm.
about after I said I wasn't gonna like go into why.
Well, yeah, you had to like give the audience like, don't listen to this dumb bitch here. Watch that.
Well, maybe if they
I'm
invited her,
self-deprecating
maybe if they
today.
had invited her to the party, she wouldn't have been a baby killer. Who's at fault here?
What? Yeah. Nah. Oh, maybe because. Oh yeah. I'm still referring to the movie. Let's not refer to the movie. I was like, yeah, you didn't invite your ex to your daughter's birthday, okay?
All right, so The
All
Little
right.
Mermaid. I have some thoughts about why I'm concerned about why I probably like it's not for me. Now, I'm also not under the impression that movies should be for me. Like it's fine. It's I don't have a problem with that. And it's I saw what excuse me. I saw what Flounder looked like. And I'm like that's too realistic. That is a fish. And if Flounder's gonna have dead
Yeah.
eyes and Scuttle is gonna look like a real seagull, I'm gonna get so annoyed at these characters and it's gonna throw me right off.
It's like what they did with. I think so they did with
Okay.
Mulan.
Wait.
The
Time
dragon
out.
was gone.
Time out. Oh,
Didn't-
Mushu?
yeah.
Yeah. Time out, though. Sean Carroll said I would have turned the parents into toads. Okay. So you would have laser directed the grudge. Okay, but the consequences of her parents, like Aurora's parents being turned to toads for their discretion, would have meant the fall of that entire kingdom, and hundreds of people to thousands of people would have died.
Yeah, so she went for the kid who was not in line to throne or anything. She can't because
Well,
if your king or queen dies and
she
the
picked
whole
a daughter. It's the firstborn daughter, which it means that it's likely that she's not even going to rule that area anyway, because she was then immediately engaged to Philippe, who was the prince of the neighboring kingdom. So she wasn't even going to be in line for the throne of this place. Like she basically picked the least devastating option she could have in the scenario to make her point. And if she didn't make her point, then war breaks out. So, take your pick. What do you want?
yeah.
She lets her live till she's like 16. Enjoy your life. You get to live till
Yeah,
you're 16.
Yeah, as soon as hormones like you come into your teenage years, you're done.
Maleficent is a benevolent goddess. She did nothing wrong. She was dealt with, she got dealt a shit hand by the shitty king and queen who did not uphold their end of politics just so they could stiff her, and she had to deal with it in some way, and she dealt with it the best she possibly could. Maleficent did nothing wrong. You don't understand politics.
All right. I think so. She should put up that stand with the coffee mug, like prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Hey, God, this
I think
summer
so.
has
We
it
have
going.
that with your bunny ears. Remember?
No,
we
they
have
could have
those
just.
screenshots,
If they're
like-
toads, they can't make another baby. I'm telling you, they didn't have. They talked about this is in the movie. Listen, you guys haven't watched this movie in a long time, and you need to rewatch this movie with like clear eyes. I'm telling you. I love how we're completely ignoring like all the stuff Maleficent did like after that. Like as if none of that was problematic. She kidnapped the prince. She
became a dragon.
She surrounded the entire castle with thorns and shit. She was like, "How dare you try to wreck my curse?" She doesn't even kidnap the prince to kill him. She's like, I'm gonna kidnap you, and I'm gonna wait till you're really old, and then I'm gonna let you leave, and then you can go and save your princess, bitch.
Oh yeah, who's like in a hibernate, in a hibernate state, like never aged at all, or she might age actually while she's sleeping. Why wouldn't she age? She would age.
It was because it was a magical. It was a magical sleep. Because the sleep.
Oh, okay, magic.
The sleep was the Merryweather, the blue fairy, changed the curse from instant death to you get to fall asleep instead until true love's kiss comes and breaks your spell. And Maleficent was like, "Oh, all right, sure,
no worries. Thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna now go and quietly
Well,
just kidnap the fiance.
I'm telling you, the king and queen are dumb as because then they take at that day they take all the looms, burn them all, and then go hide Aurora in the forest for the next 16 years and bring her back on her 16th birthday. And it's like you deserve to die. You're dumb.
You're dumb. Dumb
You're
Fekk. Friday, Friday, Friday. Dumb,
super
dumb, dumb.
stupid. Maleficent is the only smart character in that entire show.
Yeah, even the fairies sound dumb.
Yeah, because the fairies are like, we'll take care of her. They know nothing about taking care of anything. They're fairies. They can't use their
They
magic.
almost neglected that child to death.
And then they messed up because they pulled their magic. They couldn't handle one more day and like let all their magic show up, and the crow found them, and then Maleficent is like, oh good, I've been looking for you.
Thanks. Like talk about giving your child to the least competent people. Like not even competent
So
people, incompetent people who have never looked after a child, and the child nearly dies in their care. And Maleficent's like, I don't have to do anything. You can do your thing.
But
that
then-
child's gonna die before it even reaches 16.
But then at 16, she is going into politics with zero political education, zero understanding of being a princess, and zero understanding of what her role and responsibilities are in another kingdom entirely, because she's going to marry Prince Philip. I'm telling you. You don't understand.
the setup that that's how you set up your daughters to fail. Everyone, all the parents out there.
Maleficent set this country up to succeed, and they just like spit on it entirely. Anyway,
all right, coming back to the Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
It's like when you start talking about Disney movies, you start talking about each and every one of them because, like, yeah, there's so much bullshit going around.
No, hold on. No, I'm jumping on this. Smitty said that.
Okay.
I don't know. Maleficent basically started a war with a baby over a party. Wrong. They started the war. She prevented it by cursing one singular baby that was still allowed to live whatever life they wanted that baby to live. Because we're talking about a time period. Well, we're talking about a time period where people were living until they were like maybe 25 to 30.
Yeah.
So she gets to live all the way through to adulthood, have kids on her own, and get married, because that would have been happening at around the age of 12 to 14. She wasn't going to die till she was 16. And they snuffed an entire kingdom. Everyone was invited to that party. Politically, that is starting a war.
Yes. Look at what's happening between the Buckingham Palace and Prince Harry and Meghan Markle at the moment.
I'm telling
Meghan
you.
Markle wears a wrong colored dress, and the Buckingham Palace takes an offense to that. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't that, like, that's royalty stuff? Then why wouldn't the same reflect?
You can't have this giant party that people from across the land, including other kingdoms, are invited to, and leave out one kingdom. You can't do that.
Yeah.
If you do that, you're starting a political war.
No. Yep.
So Maleficent is not the one who started this.
They started it by not inviting her.
And we have no
and she was like,
idea.
Okay, bitch,
Right, we have no idea why they didn't invite her. There is no indication as to why.
And it was like, okay, if they had a reason, why did like the queen ask Maleficent, you are not offended, are you?
You're not offended, Your Excellency? As if she thinks she should be offended. Because she should be offended. You didn't invite her.
Yeah. And actually, in the cartoon, it's one of the fairies who said, you're not invited. So it looks like those moron fairies told the king and queen that don't invite this lady, and actually they started the war. Those fucking fairies. Those three dumb bitches. Gotta prove me wrong. I'm telling you.
Because No, Maleficent had
Yeah, it was a
agency, and what Maleficent did was do as much as possible to prevent a full-on outbreak of war and cause the least amount of deaths possible in the situation she was presented with. That's what I'm saying. Don't misrepresent what I'm fucking saying.
Oh God,
Maleficent could have
Godless, come on!
she
I'm
could
gonna
have
come after
blown
you.
up that whole she could have blown up that whole goddamn kingdom and its neighbor kingdom just for the and she would have been justified in doing so. It be due to the time
But she
period
didn't.
and the political landscape.
Addressing Godless Scummer's comment in the live chat. Um, where did it go? God, we're not sure about the cause of Queen Elizabeth II. I don't know what you mean by that. But however, as
The
a Brit,
second
I'm obliged to say that it's
Queen
somehow
Elizabeth the second. She's the second.
no, but about the cause of Queen Elizabeth II. What cause of what?
No, she's the
However,
second. God damn it, money. She's the second. She's Queen Elizabeth the second. She's the second Queen Elizabeth. There's more than one Queen.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know. There was one that ruled for like till she was 40.
Right.
However, as a Brit, I'm obliged to say that it's somehow Meghan Markle's fault. So
Right.
are you saying because you're obliged? Okay, he's saying because he's a Brit, he has to say
He has
it's
to,
Meghan
yeah.
Markle's fault. Okay. Okay.
Obviously.
I'll spare you. I'll spare you. Don't
All
come
right.
after my girl. I'll come after you.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about go back to the Little Mermaid because like we're not talking about the storyline. We've gotten off track. We're supposed to talk about yelly men on the internet. So I
Yeah.
think that there are reasonable concerns. I was a little bit concerned when I saw the trailer because I was like, this lighting, this scenery is very dark in color.
Yeah.
But when I thought about it and I was like, well, if you go back and look at that scene in the original, it starts off a little bit colorful, but at the end of the song, a lot of the colors get muted because she's attracted to the colors of the fireworks going off at the end. And then she comes up and everything's really bright. So for a trailer, maybe it should have been a little bit brighter, but for the representation of what's going on and the parallels to the animated version, I thought it was actually probably on point. The only thing I'm concerned about is Flounder looked really, really realistic, and I'm concerned that if they're too realistic, it's gonna pull people out of the movie. But what do you think?
Yeah. Fair assessment. That's what my issue has been with some of the live action remakes.
Mm-hmm.
One, they're dark. Their color scheme is very dark. For some reason, I guess what happens with animation is if you have dark color scheme, you can get away with a lot of effects. I mean, maybe that's why they do it, from a technical standpoint. But we are now in an era where that shouldn't be an issue. So, yeah, come on, guys, color. It's not a Zack Snyder movie, for fuck's sake. And the other thing, they change a lot from the original movie. Like the Mulan one, they took out Mushu altogether and put in a fucking dumb phoenix in there. I'm like, what?
I mean,
where's my Mushu cursing your cow? Where is he?
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Dishonor your cow. I'm alive.
Was the cricket? I haven't seen Mulan. Was the cricket in there? The lucky cricket?
Yeah, for good luck. Yeah, for good luck. Yeah, ended up like causing a chaos with the tea.
So I'll give. I'll give credit where credit is due. Like they're not everything in the live action is bad, and removing some of like the goofy side talking like companion characters that. Are they really there? Like, they're more comic relief. They're not really there to necessarily do that much. So I can understand removing Eddie Murphy Dragon, although and changing it to a Phoenix. Like, does it still do what needs to, like, its job right in the narrative? And the answer is, likely yes. That's
what I'm saying. They're going, like, towards making it not too like if they're going to go for a live action remake, they are going to say it's going to be live action, so a lot of over the top comedic stuff will be taken out, right? So I think so it's also for the audiences to go in with that expectation that some of the over the top comedic stuff will be taken out. So be ready for that and not be disappointed and not start Twitter wars or social media wars over that. Just saying.
I love how the
You know.
remakes have turned into like a quote unquote culture war. It's like what? It's
Oh god. Ugh.
so there
It's a
are
fictional movie.
there are concerns and reasonable ones about whether or not the movie is actually going to be good and whether or not it's going to be able to stand by
Yeah.
itself or whether or not it's all of these movies are all going to be compared to their animated counterparts.
Yeah,
Period.
definitely yes.
And that's fair. That's one of the things I found in Beauty and the Beast that I thought was that like this is going to happen and it's kind of unfair to compare Emma Watson to Paige O'Hara. Paige O'Hara is a
Yeah.
trained Broadway singer who is a god among men. Emma Watson doesn't is not a trained Broadway singer.
No, she's not. She can sing a bit, but she is not a trained Broadway singer. Let's just say that.
Like the
She
first note
but
out of that poor woman's mouth was auto-tuned to hell and back. And it's like, why wouldn't you just dub it? Why? But then there's a whole
and
controversy in the like the film side of the internet that's like,
yeah.
is it okay or is it not okay to dub over live action actors?
Yeah.
Right? And the answer
Personally,
is
I don't like it.
I think it depends.
I don't like it.
I think that they're gonna get dubbed
Well,
over most of the
yeah.
time anyway because you can only record so much in the sounds, like in the settings that you've built,
Yeah.
like in the sets, versus what you can do in the studio. So Emma Watson is already dubbing over herself. Like that's already happened, right? So
Oh, okay.
is it or is it not acceptable to dub over somebody's vocals if you need and I think it just depends on the need of the movie, right?
India
So
does that. Bollywood does that all the time.
sure,
Bollywood
yeah,
does that. The Indian actors and actresses don't sing their own songs. It's trained musicians who sing their songs, and they're dubbed, and they just do the lip syncing during the movie scene. So it's not a uncommon concept. And about
hmm
dubbing it, you might have to dub it when you if you release it in a country like India where there are different regional
right,
languages
yeah,
and not all regions speak English or even understand English. So you might need to use different voice actors so
right.
that people can understand the movie. So yeah, that's where I can understand the
Hello.
dubbing part. Hey, Goblin Mom!
She ran away.
I just squealed into Cheshire's ears drums.
There's a my favorite example that I'm familiar with of dubbing versus not dubbing is twofold: Moana and My Fair Lady. In the movie My Fair Lady,
Yeah.
um, the female is voiced over and the male isn't in at least one or two of her songs. She can sing. He cannot. But it works for their characters. Right? There's a degree of whether or not the actor is capable of belting to the level that they need to be able to express through the movie what is trying to be expressed. And not everybody can do everything. So if you need somebody to come in and pull a dub in, I think that's fine as long as everybody gets equal credit. Right? Moana is another good example. The girl who played Moana can sing, and she did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
She didn't need to be dubbed over
Mhm.
by someone else. She was able to dub herself perfectly
Mhm.
fine. However, The Rock can't sing. And it is very obvious from the You're Welcome song.
Mhm.
Should he have been dubbed over?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Because it worked perfectly
No.
for what needed to happen
Yeah.
with the character. It's like, this is how it is.
He is so self-important. He's so self-important. He thinks he does everything right. Like, so even singing is like, yeah, you're gonna listen to it, you're gonna enjoy it.
And
I
it
don't
was
fucking
great.
care. And then you're gonna get an autograph in the end.
But if it was the other way around, it would have been really jarring for the audience. Because you would have had a Disney
they were
princess who couldn't sing and The Rock.
Yeah, I think so. That's why they specially headhunted the girl who dubbed Moana because they were looking for someone who could sing
The
too.
only
It was
reason,
specifically.
I assure you that the only reason The Rock comes off so well as being able to sing in that is because of the character he's playing and how he's doing it. Right? He's
Yeah.
got like he's
He's
sing-songy talking. Right? And so it's the same thing with
yeah.
like with Jeremy Irons and
You are welcome.
right, Jeremy Irons and Scar. Scar doesn't sing until the very, very end.
No.
He's just sing song talking. Right? The
Yeah.
very end, he's
Yeah.
got to hit a note. And guess who hit that note? Wasn't Jeremy Irons.
Someone else.
He was sick that day.
Yeah.
It was Jim Cummings.
Oh. Oh. Okay. So it's
So,
fine. Fine. Um. Yeah. I think so. Intrigued Feline asked me that what do you think about Alice in Wonderland? I don't know what context they're talking about. I'm assuming it's about the over the top stuff.
the new
I
one
don't know
or
about
the.
anyone else. I loved Alice, the new ones, um, with the Johnny Depp
Okay.
as the Mad Hatter.
Yep.
Um, Personally, I love them, and I think so. There's a thing that you can work with the over the top stuff in it because it kind of shows that she's either having a dream or a hallucination or she's unconscious and she's like in another world or something like that. So you can get transferred to another dimension. So you can excuse all the over the top stuff that it's her imagination expanding or something like that, right? But I personally believe she ended up in another world. So, so yeah. So I think so. That's how it can be like excused or can be taken into consideration. But I personally like Alice in Wonderland. I don't know about anyone else. Like, yeah, it's not just because of Johnny Depp though. It was just the whole setting of it. Also, it was so awesome, and also like the Queen of Hearts. Helen was it Helena
Helena Bottom Carter.
Bonham Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah, who played her. Awesome, beautifully done. I loved it. She's like, "Did you steal my tarts?"
Another good
It was
example of
awesome.
like
I loved her.
dubbing is David Bowie's hands in Labyrinth. You seen the movie?
Labyrinth.
Yeah, the movie Labyrinth with the Goblin King.
Oh yes.
So his when he's doing the tricks where he's holding David Bowie playing with his balls thing, that's not his hands.
Oh yeah.
That's somebody else doing it because he couldn't
Oh.
do it.
Oh. Yeah, you do like
Movie
stunt
magic.
doubles, right? You have stunt doubles. Yeah, you have stunt doubles. People who do your stunts. Then why not dubbing your songs and shit? India does that all the time. So like
It's
it's a regular thing for us.
it's just movie magic, and like it's totally fine as long as everybody gets credit for the work that they do. There's a whole movie about that called Singing in the Rain. You should watch it if you haven't seen it. It is an older movie, and it is about when movies started to have audio. And they had an actress that everybody loved, but she had a voice that was kind of like this, and she couldn't sing. And so they dubbed her,
Oh.
and they dubbed her without credit. And like that's what the whole movie is about, making that transition. Watch Singing in the Rain. It's fantastic.
Today's recommendation brought to you by the glass of beer in Cheshire's hand.
Hey.
Um,
All right. So
Todd is like Todd from the chat. Hi Todd, how you doing?
so now that we've talked a little bit about where movies are, what they're at, and what is and is not acceptable, we've had a reasonable conversation about expectations for movies, what's fair, what's not, what do we like, what do we not like, yada yada yada. Look at this shit.
Oh my god.
Look at this. Look at how many videos
This guy has made on a fucking out. What was it? Yeah, not even a minute and a half trailer, and this many. Like, what is wrong with you, Quartering? What's going on in your head? Are you not articulate enough that you cannot like express your thoughts in a concise manner in one video? Or two videos?
Ariel gets cast as as black woman Halle Bailey. 124K views. The Little Mermaid Migrant Backlash, The Woman King and Kyle Rittenhouse Revenge. The Little Mermaid Backlash just went nuclear. Matt Walsh champions translucent rights and rage hits. 200. What is that? 200 and something or another?
Well, okay, 200,000 or something.
20.
Oh, okay.
The
Well,
Little Mermaid Backlash has Trevor Noah in full meltdown and displaying insane hypocrisy. 125K.
what's the hypocrisy?
Little Mermaid race swap. Race swap? Her race is mermaid. Lies demolished by young black girl. Little Mermaid drama explodes again thanks to actress Halle Bailey's crazy comments. Instant regret. The Little Mermaid trailer hits 1.2 million dislike. Viewers destroy Disney. Can we talk about a little bit about I'm commenting on the outrage I'm creating as if I didn't create it?
Yeah, yeah. Create a problem and then say, "Oh, I'm gonna exacerbate this problem again and again," and with no fucking without any reason. And then say, "Oh no, it wasn't generated by me. It's a genuine issue." No, it's not. It's what do you say? Manufactured outrage.
Yeah. Oh, and
Assholes.
people just eat it up. Eat it up. It's crazy. I can't believe
God.
this. I don't know. There's something about this that's just let's see. The wokest backfire in history. Disney demolished over the Little Mermaid remake. 500,000 dislikes. So they're following the dislikes of a YouTube trailer. Well, they've already been hyping up people disliking it for months.
Wow.
Right? So it's like, wow, all of the people that 200K people that follow me disliked the video. Wow. Go figure. The internet makes the Little Mermaid white and everyone got banned. Everybody except you, I guess. Oh, except you
Yeah.
and this other guy here who definitely didn't get banned. And this other guy here who also definitely didn't get banned. So, no.
Yeah. Well,
Clickbait title is clickbait.
that's yeah. And also, like, I had no fucking idea that in the Little Mermaid's race had any effect on the movie or the timeline in any way.
Well, it's not,
I
I mean, it would.
felt
I think her race matters. If she's not a mermaid, that would be problematic. You can't have the Little Mermaid if she's not a mermaid.
oh, fact check. Mermaids are not real. So
What?
they can be
Skin
any
tone?
race you want to be. And yeah, and actually it would make sense for the Little Mermaid to be dark skinned or brown skinned because of the sun and the fucking melanin she would get if she's like swimming under the water with all that sun. You assholes!
Oh, see, they argue the opposite. They're like, no, she's deep in the ocean, therefore she would never see any sun, and therefore she would be light skinned. My response to that
She
is
has
if
been
she's.
shown in the movie.
No, listen,
She's been
listen.
shown in the cartoon
So,
sit on the rocks under the sun. You assholes!
okay, but hear me out. If we're talking deep sea creatures, she would be translucent. Have you looked at deep sea creatures and how
Yeah, have you?
horrifying they are? To be fair, though, if we could
Yeah,
get like a really
and how they?
fugly, deep sea, translucent, like anglerfish looking mermaid, I'd be down.
Oh yeah, why not? Yeah, so that's what the thing is. They number one, manufactured outrage. Number one, they want to sound like technical, but they have no fucking clue how like environments work. for sea creatures. They have done no research on it, and they just say the most bizarre, stupid things, and people lap it up. They don't do any of their own research. Yeah, it's a channel with maybe 1 million subscribers, so they must have done their research and they must be saying the truth. They don't do clickbait titles at all, right? What the fuck?
I'm absolutely down for like horror based deep sea Little
You
Mermaid.
know, you know what would have worked as flounder? And a stupid looking angler fish. That would have worked at flounder. You know?
Flounder's like a deep sea crazy ghost jellyfish looking thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why not? Why not? Like, so yeah. So this whole thing about like her race somehow is like, going to affect the movie or anything like that. No. Oh shit! Intrigue Feline sent me. Oh god, no! I can't unsee it now. Holy shit! Intrigued. Ah! Ah! That's so spooky. Ooh. Ah! No. Ah! Oh my god. No,
Can
I can't
I
unsee it now.
can I open this? Can I
Yeah,
save
go
this
ahead. Go
image?
ahead.
I'll put it on the screen for you
I've
guys. Give
already
me a
been
second.
Padme the cat from the live chat. Cats only have one race, and it's called fucking badass. Nice.
I know. Well, yeah. I mean, it really depends. Like, I come from D&D land where race means like actually different races and isn't really related to skin color. So you'd
Yeah.
have like the race would be dragonborn, and then you'd have black or red or green or gold, and then so there's different like skin tone variants of
Like
that race, right?
wasn't my
But
wasn't my character that the last character that I made
a
was
drow.
an orc and elf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
but an orc and elf. Yeah, right? A mix.
Yep.
And that was because my both parents were like elves or no, sorry, humans with what do you say, a minority gene of elves and orcs, and that combined, and that's what happened to my character. And my parents were so like so yeah, so you can do that reasonably if you can in D&D, if you know how to, you have your knowledge. But with Little Mermaid there wasn't any background knowledge or any lore. I think that there was a lore, but it wasn't dependent on race in any way. She comes from another imaginary world, dude. She can be any race, doesn't fucking matter.
Well, and the thing is like what does that even mean? Right? Like what is
Yeah.
that like again, we're talking about a race when there's more than one group of humans. So like
Yeah.
are mermaids a human variant? Are they a separate species? Because species would be a more accurate.
Oh, oh, have you watched Siren? Has anybody watched Siren, the TV series? Oh, here we go. Oh my god, I can't unsee that. Holy shit, my life. Okay. Okay. Whew!
Did they not notice
But
Sebastian's
look,
Jamaican accent in the animated version of The Little Mermaid? Yeah, probably not. It's because he was.
yeah,
Well,
nah.
yeah, listen, you want to talk about like technicality issues? Why is Sebastian red?
Yeah.
The majority of crabs and shellfish are not red in color until you boil them.
Yeah.
They're usually brown,
And
mud,
even
or greenish in color.
even white, depending on if they have where they come from. Like, yeah, so people who have seen Siren, the concept, they redefined the concept of mermaids. They did keep mermaids, and they did have black mermaids. They had mermaids who were black and were
Actually,
from different tribes. So people had no problem with that, but for some reason this is a problem.
I'm now hold on. I'm overthinking this now because before I was just like this is really dumb and there's a lot of like angry white men who are really upset. Like if you saw how many videos there were about a 16-year-old
Yeah.
girl mermaid. But now I'm curious. I'm going to go to Google Maps and I'm going to look at where the Dead
So Mr.
Sea
Sirius
is.
is saying Mr. Sirius is saying Sebastian must have been a Native American crab. Oh, what?
Oh, I can mute this and sit up here and listen, but I can only hear you. I can't hear Maanyaa.
Correct.
Because she's in your head, right?
Yeah, she's in my brain. Maanyaa lives in my brain.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, so the secret is out.
So
I live in Chesh's brain.
all right, so here's the thing. All of Triton's daughters. The reason why the only thing that was really concerning for me when this was first announced was if Ariel was going to have red hair. And the only reason I think that's important is because I think it's narratively and visually important because all of the daughters of Triton represent a sea. Ariel represents the Red Sea, right?
Yeah.
So the only argument I can see for her skin tone ought to be based on the sea that she represents and its location. And where is the Red Sea? Oh yeah, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Sudan.
Where the sun is like blaring about down upon you. Yeah, right, right. Oh yeah, she can't be darker skin tone. No. Sun doesn't play no fucking part. Oh, not the fact that if she went like to the depths like that they're trying to justify where the sun doesn't reach.
I'm just
She
saying.
would not look like what she looks like in the movie in the animated version. Let's just say that if we are really going to the technical side of it.
Israel, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Sudan, Yemen. Like, if you're gonna argue that she needs to be white, she should not be the Red Sea. She should be something else. And even then,
No.
even that would be a weak argument. And that argument would be weak
Yep.
because she already has red hair. That's already the thing that is representing her the location she represents.
Yeah, and in the trailer we can see she has red hair.
Right.
She has dreadlocks, but that's fine.
That makes complete sense with the fact that she doesn't brush her hair and she lives in a salty ocean.
Yeah. She never got a hairbrush for herself. No. She never had a hairbrush.
There's a scene
so your hair would.
Yeah, there's a scene in the movie where there's the Dinglehopper scene where she's brushing her hair with a fork. But there's also like a scene of like all the girls in their prep room, right? Of them like in front of mirrors and putting on their like makeup and doing their hair and stuff, and I don't think a single one of them has like a comb.
Yeah. So yeah, your hair will get tangled, and
they have mousse.
Water, I think the Mediterranean.
Ursula puts mousse in her hair.
Ooh, nice. Would that be like
Galvis Scummer says, I hope these guys never find out that there's a Black Sea.
And maybe one of the characters from the Black Sea has her hair black because she's from the Black Sea. You know.
So I wanted to show you guys something funny. So we looked at this was the quartering, right? We looked at them. Now let's look at this guy named Ryan, and we're gonna look at his videos real quick. God. Wait, we're just looking at the video titles right now. We'll pick a couple and actually take a look at what they have to say because I don't want to be unfair, but what do we got here? The Little Mermaid backfires for Disney. Huge trailer response shows hypocrisy of woke remakes. Little Mermaid backlash gets worse for Disney. Woke activists freak out over white Ariel trailer. Little Mermaid trailer gets 1 million dislikes. Massive backlash for Disney over woke remakes. Little Mermaid actress Halle Bailey responds to backlash. People are tired of woke Disney remakes. I want to know what was woke about The Lion King. Little Mermaid trailer hits 2 million dislikes. Disney needs damage control from woke media. Backlash for Disney over Little Mermaid remake gets worse. Fans are done with Disney garbage. Disney gets destroyed for race-swapped Little Mermaid trailer. Fans are tired of this. Hey, does all these words, do they all sound familiar to you? Mainstream media furious that people hate the Little Mermaid trailer. They get destroyed.
Mainstream media, fans,
race swapped,
backlash, destroyed, furious. Like they don't belong to the same category of expression.
I like the come on, the consistency in the thumbnails also. Like
Yeah.
Gets me in this.
Yeah, because that's the only shot you see of Ariel, right? That's the only shot you get, like
Oh,
her
that's
looking
not
up,
what I
right? So
mean. I
that's
mean
all.
like the white
Oh yeah.
lettering with the red thrown in and like the layout of the
Oh yeah.
thumbnails. So let's look at this
There's a.
Josiah Rises guy real quick. You see
Oh
that one, or did
god.
I? Oops, I turned the cornering one back on. Hold on. Oop, there we go. This guy. Oh look, white white lettering, red, zoomed in on face. Go figure. Who'd have thought? Before I look at this one,
Oh yeah.
Padme for 666 said, if this doesn't have Lizzo working while playing dead ginger Ariel's rib cage like a xylophone, I'm not interested. That's fair. So let's take a look down here. Here we go. Woke Little Mermaid. Woke Little Mermaid backlash causes crazy celebrity meltdown. So there's Trevor Noah, which we saw the quartering talking about. Celebrities have huge meltdown after Woke Little Mermaid trailer hits 3 million dislikes. Actress has Twitter meltdown after Woke Little Mermaid backlash. Disney Woke Little Mermaid trailer gets destroyed. Disney's Woke Little Mermaid backlash gets worse after actress says this.
Woke, 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 woke. Woke, 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 woke. Send me any woke, 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 woke. I'm gonna use the same thumbnails for everything.
Who photoshopped tears onto an actress better? These guys or whoever it was that did it for Amber Heard?
Was it NSBC or what? Who was it? MSNBC or someone else? Yeah, some other news outlet. And this far from being woke, let's just say.
What about
people are like?
What about Beauty and the Beast was woke?
Yeah.
What about any of the other movies was woke? Because the only difference I'm seeing between this movie and all the other live action remakes is there's a black lady in it. Heaven forbid.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
You know, maybe that's how now the racists feel when representation is taken away from them.
And
you know what I mean?
Maybe color me bias. But you ever think that maybe these movies aren't for you?
Yeah.
Random middle-aged white man? You think maybe these movies weren't made for you? They were maybe. So these are the same guys, by the way, who make a bunch of videos saying that, like, oh, you're not a real fan if you don't blah 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 blah, right? Because we covered the quartering on this channel before. If you want to go and take a look at it, it's just like very gatekeepy of like, well, if you don't know this about She-Hulk, then you're not a real She-Hulk fan, and this movie's not really for you, and you need to get out of our nerd space. Here's the thing.
Okay, so why don't you
maybe Disney princess movies. You're not a real fan.
Not for you. You're not a real fan.
Imagine some white man thinking that a movie isn't made for them and throwing a tantrum over it.
I think that's what I'm talking about. Maybe the racist people now actually get an idea how other minorities feel when representation is denied to them or taken away from them. And this is the tantrum that we have had from at least 3 channels over past few months, just because one Disney movie had a change of race of the character. Now imagine if they did it with other Disney movies. For example, if Ursula came out to be black. Just imagine. I'm not going to be surprised.
I think they would have. I think they would have less. I think they would have less of a problem with it for 2 reasons. One, she was already she's evil, and she was already representative of the drag community.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's got style.
To be fair, people love Ursula, but at the same time, and they should. Ursula's great. She's a fantastic villain, but like. It's not like Ariel is the first or only racially different than white Disney princess. Nala, although being a lion was probably one of the first. So let's say we discount her because she's a lion, right? I don't want to do
Yeah.
my girl dirty, so I feel obligated to mention her. Um, you've got Jasmine and Aladdin. Neither were white.
Yeah.
Jafar was not white.
No.
Nobody in that movie was
Nope.
white.
Nobody.
Not a
Oh,
single
if you
person in that movie
remember,
was white.
if you remember, a TV series came out Once Upon a Time, right?
Yep.
And
Mhm.
in that, we had a black Triton, we had black Ursula,
Yep.
and none gave any fuck,
Yep.
right? So I don't know what's wrong, like, with this movie. Yeah, there was another point I
It's
wanted to make,
because
but then I just had
all
went for
these
it.
boys saw 16-year-old Ariel when they were children.
And yeah,
Mm.
that's my girl. That's my
Mm.
dream girl. How dare you? How dare you? Take away my dream girl from me? No, 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 no. So yeah, that's what it is now. They're trying to gatekeep outrage. You know, it's absolutely astounding, and it's funny. And like you said, they manufacture the outrage, then they write it. So what they're doing is basically they're exploiting a 16-year-old girl for views. Let's just say that.
That's a way to
That's
put
what they're
it.
doing.
That's a way to put it. The thing is like they
They're-
know that there are going to be people who are racist who are upset. Then what they do is they produce content that will validate those people's feelings of being upset and encourage their like escalate it. So that way that then produces content for them down the line so they can say, "See, look, I was right. People are super duper upset about this." Wow. It's just a
It was
money
as if
making machine.
Yeah, it was as if like when Once Upon a Time series happened, a lot of changes happened. They made changes to the storyline of Frozen, Beauty and the Beast, everything, and then we had the Black Triton and we had Black Ursula in there. And so for this fictional timeline, you had no issues with who was what race. But for this fictional timeline, you have issues about race. Like, tell me about not being consistent with your outrage for some reason.
Well, they're talking about this one because it's going to get more views for them and make more money for them, right? Like that's the reason why, right?
Yeah. Oh, like, be like Nikki from the live chat. She says, I don't care about Ariel. She's fucking annoying. I'm like, what do you
Bruh.
fuck about that?
Savage. Savage.
Yeah.
I mean,
It-
it's a silly thing
yeah, if
to
it's
be
not for you,
upset
don't
about.
watch it. Yeah, very silly thing. And you, they pretend that they're being very technical about it, but they're not. It's fake technicality that also like miffs me. You would expect that someone, a creature or a human creature which has melanin in their upper body, who are from the Mediterranean Sea, they would be dark skinned because of the fucking sun. And we have, the lore has been that that mermaids sit on rocks and bask under the sun. So please, have you seen seals who bask under the sun? How black they can get? Have you seen them?
I just think it's
Like,
bizarre to try to make this kind of like such a technical argument. Like, it just doesn't
Yeah.
work. It doesn't fly. All right, we're at
Al
the
from
1
the,
hour mark, so we should take a quick break.
Okay.
Let everybody refill their drinks. Let everybody get their snacks, and then
Yes.
I'm gonna give the chat you guys a minute. You tell us which video do you want to take a quick peek at, because we'll take a look at a couple. We're not gonna watch all these, obviously. That would be crazy and a lot. So we're gonna look at a couple. So you guys in the chat, you guys let me know which ones you want to watch. Do you want to watch the quartering, one of the quarterings, one of each, or what do you guys want to see? You let us know, and we'll be back in like 2 minutes. Bye.
Yes. Break time.
Hey, yo, welcome back. It's me. Maanya's later than. Yeah, Maanya's always late. So she can probably hear me. That's okay. It's okay. So I just wanted to point out special thanks to members and Patreons, the lovely, lovely people scrolling down the bottom. If you would like to join, feel free to find us in the Discord. We are available at the links down below, or if you become a member, or you follow the links up there. Maanya's socials are also available in the links down below. And these people are stupid. What video did you guys decide on? I don't think they decided. Oh, sorry. Hold on, Maanyaa. Go for it. What was that?
I was like, should we decide for them? Do they want to relinquish their power?
I think they do. I think they do.
Oh, okay. All right, which one should we? I think so. We should do the latest one they did because.
Okay, so we're gonna.
See, like,
all right. Most updated one.
Yeah.
Who do you want to start with?
We want to see like how, like just the latest one that they did. What last video did they do about the Little Mermaid?
Right, but do you want to watch the quartering, Josiah Rises, or Ryan Kennel, Colonel, whatever?
Let's watch the quartering.
So the quartering first. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll pick
it's not that long.
No. These aren't terribly long videos. These are just like short little rage-inducing snippets, so that way these people can make money.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be
ads. Yeah,
ads
that's what I'm saying. They're exploiting a 16-year-old child for views and clicks.
They're just really upset about a 16-year-old character that's a representation of another character from before.
But Nikki made a comment like, "Wait, Maanya's late. Is she pregnant, Smitty? What did you do? What? What the fuck?" It's like Yuri from the Yuri on Ice. He's like, "There's so much eros in this, even a man can become pregnant." That's what that reminded me. You remember that how they dubbed it? Yuri on Ice? They're like... Sorry, guys. Sorry. I couldn't help myself.
My mom just called me a human toddler.
Oh, really? Anyone remember that GIF of Shesh on her feet, bending down and walking through the screen, like, and her sitting inside a child's toy car. That's the best one.
Join the Discord. All right, let's go.
Shenanigans. Yep.
I don't want to upset any mermaids who are watching the show. Violet mermaids, there are pink mermaids, there are black mermaids, there are...
I want to read that, actually. Credit to our memer. Oh, memer. I thought this was going to be related to like mermaids, so I read it right. Memer. There's somebody memeing. A memer, artificial intelligence scientist, this person, he fixed the Little Mermaid and turned the woke actor into a ginger white girl. He says he can do fix the whole movie. He says he can do fix the whole movie when it comes out with 4x A6000 in 24 hours. It's over woke cells.
Let me just get ready to get a copyright lawsuit if you do that and try to distribute that. Taking someone's content and modifying it, and there's something called trademark and copyright, and Disney will protect its copyright at any cost. You should know that before you suggest anything like that. I'm just saying.
Oh, I mean, pirating exists, so they'll probably pirate it and make it like stream available, or they'll keep it all hidden. Oh, you know what would be really funny is if they try to keep it hidden inside of like a Google Drive, and they all get their Google accounts nuked into oblivion.
Ooh,
that can happen.
And that can happen.
And what what happens if you get your Google account nuked if you're a YouTuber, right?
you cannot make a YouTube channel ever again.
Your whole
You can't do
channel
that.
is completely
something
locked.
gone. Yeah, and you cannot access your anything, any videos or any content that you might have made. I think so. They automatically transfer to YouTube as their property to do as they please. So yeah, talking about getting yeeted off YouTube, Nick Rikita got yeeted off YouTube for threatening to put out addresses of the people that he's having, I think so, a lawsuit with, or some kind of like people who put a complaint against him in the bar he's working. I think so. That's what happened. And Nick Rikita said, of course, I'm not going. He said on his YouTube stream that, of course, I'm not going to put it here. I'm going to put it on my other channel, some other website for you guys to see who these people are. And people reported that, and he got yeeted off YouTube. And people like, he didn't dox anyone. No. You know what doxing is? Putting out people's information so they can get harassed and stalked. And that's what Nick Rikita was implying.
So,
and I think so. I agree with YouTube's decision for yeeting him off YouTube. Just saying.
Okay, so here's the thing with that. Doxing is the
and let me just add one more thing. He had
Yeah.
already got two strikes previously on his channel, so he should have known better.
So yeah, there's community
He should have,
guideline
yeah.
strikes, and you get 3 strikes, you're out kind of thing. But
Yeah.
sometimes those strikes can all come down at the same time. So sometimes it's bullshit. YouTube can always be bullshit sometimes. That's kind of just the way it is on here.
Yes.
But
Yes, I agree.
there's also a difference between YouTube's terms of service policies and like doxing from a legal sense, and we need to understand that those are different things. Threatening to put out somebody's information might be against YouTube terms of service, but not be legally doxing. If the documentation was already public documentation, then he can't have doxed anyone because the information is already public. Now, if he starts associating those with accounts, like that are private accounts or whatever, so like anonymous accounts, now you're talking about doxing because you're releasing information previously not known about this person's personal information that the public doesn't have access to. Whether or not that information is generally public information, it's the association that makes it doxing. But again, there's a difference between making a threat on YouTube's platform, which is against the terms of service, versus legally putting somebody, like a legal dox would be considered. So if you're having this kind of discussion and you're having that kind of debate, or you're talking about that situation, you have to understand that these are different terms, and if you start conflating them, you're going to run into trouble, because YouTube doesn't have to use the same terminology that the law does.
Yes. Yeah. And people might come back and say, well, it's not legally wrong, or blah, blah, blah. It's about YouTube's terms of service.
Killing gays in Iran isn't legally wrong either. What's your point? Like,
yeah. So that's the point, right? So, yeah. So, but the thing is that, as far as I know, Nick already had 2 strikes. For what reasons, I don't know. As Shesh said, they can be as stupid as, like he said, a wrong word at the wrong place at the wrong time.
I have a community guideline strike on this channel because I did a chunk by chunk with commentary about the January 6th Trump speech. Now, I was countering the speech and going through somebody else's commentary about it and just taking it segment by segment, but it didn't matter. They didn't care. So it's not like...
Yeah.
It's not like those strikes those strikes that Rikita has could be complete bullshit. But I would also say that doesn't mean that there isn't problematic shit that's been on his YouTube, which we've looked at here in the past. So it wouldn't be... It's not surprising to me. This just might be the thing, like the one thing that got him yeeted, but it's certainly not the only thing that YouTube would be justified in yeeting him for.
Yeah. And if he's that a good lawyer, he can sue YouTube and get his channel back. Why not? Go for it.
Yeah, good luck. Is he gonna sue YouTube? Okay.
Get one of your lawyer buddies to sue YouTube.
It would be
and get your channel back.
Ty Beard.
Yeah, Ty Beard. Why not? Go for it. Get an estate lawyer to do that for you specifically, like without a crystal ball. Also does so. yeah, talking about a video of YouTube, I was like, yeah, that like, yeah, I don't know. Some people are saying he shouldn't have been like he maybe should have been given a warning or something. We don't know. Maybe he was given a warning and he ignored it.
Three
He has
strikes
a
is
YouTube
the
manager.
2 previous strikes are the warning.
Yeah, and he's a lawyer. He should know YouTube terms of service back to front. You know.
Hey, listen, it's not killing
at,
it's not killing babies if you curse them to die at 16. Then they're 16 when they die.
Also, they're not babies, they're teenagers.
Yeah. And nobody likes teenagers.
No. I didn't like myself when I was a teenager.
Yeah, even teenagers don't like teenagers. Sorry,
I'm terrible. It's like we have other. So what specifically had happened was that someone had put in a complaint in the bar association where Nick Rikita is a lawyer.
Sure.
And instead of keeping it out of the woodworks, like fight it, then come back to it later and do a commentary on it, he decided to take it onto the YouTube platform there and then, before any resolution came. I think so. That's what also was wrong on his part. He should have dealt it outside, got a result, and then come back and talk about it objectively. What he did was he focused on the people who made the complaint, not what the content of the complaint was. Maybe he did in his live stream, and according to me personally, he should have stuck to that. That would have come across a lot better if he would have stuck to the content of the complaint and demonstrated how that complaint might be wrong, factually incorrect, or blah, 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 blah. Why go after people? Doesn't matter who did it. Except if you're trying for them to get harassed or something.
Or he's trying to make money.
What's the other reason?
He's trying to make money.
Yeah, I'm going into, again, exploiting people. Why not exploit the quality of the complaint or the quantity, whatever was in the complaint? Use that. But because it has to be manufactured outrage, he's using people to do that. And that's what my issue is. Why that's what also with Katie Joy also, when we used to talk about her, people go, yeah, let's see, people used to say go for her looks for her after a child, and I would say whatever she did in real life, I'm like, you don't, like the incident with the flag, we didn't do a commentary on it because she brought it on to the internet, right? That's
right, but we talked about the flag, about what was pulled up, what actually had happened, and trying to suss out between what she was bullshitting about and what was actually the case and what was reasonable to expect.
And that's what
there's an analysis in there. It had nothing to do with how like upset or not upset she whatever's wrong with her face. I don't know. Yeah, so that's what
I would always say. Why do you need to attack her looks? Why do you need to attack her parenting? This shit she does anyways on internet, that is enough to comment on. Why go after her looks? Unless you're trying to make a point that she went after someone's looks, so this is what I'm doing now. Then show the contrast if you want to do it, or if you're making a meme, maybe.
I don't know. When her content used to be mommy blogging, I can understand analyzing and critiquing her parenting, because now that's what she's putting forward, so it makes sense to be something that you're critiquing. It's not like I make fucking eyeshadow makeup videos, so like, I mean, you can make fun of my makeup, but it's meaningless here, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So that's what my thing is with Nick Rikita. Like, why didn't you just keep it to the complaint? Why did you have to like show your audience or expose those people who complained against you? Because it manufactures drama to make money. Yep. Look, poor victim, victim me. Support me and my poor victimness. Give me money.
Give me money. As if he didn't get enough money from the Maanyaa GoFundMe.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. We don't know what's happening with that money. Apparently they're appealing again.
Yep.
Yeah, I asked him. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go back. Okay, let's go.
Black mermaids, there are Latina mermaids, there are mermaids of every ilk. And you know why there can be? because it's
I'm sorry, is that just supposed to be the white girl wash? Is that what that's supposed to look like?
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks like trash.
Yeah. Why did they let the dreadlocks stay in? They let the dreadlocks stay in
Look
for
at
some reason.
there's like
Oh, that's not cultural appropriation
this
now.
whole thing right here. This whole side of her face is like
The
it didn't like look how
right.
small her chin is. This is the I've never
Yeah.
looked at a real woman. And I've got an
I look at her
idealized
eyes. I look at her eyes. Her left eye is open all the way up, and the right eye is kind of squinting. If you have a look.
Her eyes are looking in different
it's like-
directions, but you know.
Yes. Yeah, but that's possible. Like, yeah.
Well, you can just tell,
Yeah,
like
that might be
the
adaptation.
right side of her face. Right, sorry, her
Yeah,
left
it's the
side.
right-
What you're looking at is right side. That whole side of the face, the Photoshop or whatever program they're using is not rendering it properly.
Yeah. And for someone to say, "Oh yeah, I can do it in 24 hours," yeah, buddy, we know what quality is going to be. It's going to be shite. No, thank you. Not at all.
This is just there are women that have this kind of this is generally if you see that kind of a nose on somebody, it's not a real nose. There are people who have that nose, but that's a nose job. That is.
My dad used to like pinch my nose as if like it would make it any like thinner for some reason. And I was like, "Dad, it's too late. Genetics."
Well, this is the thing. This is not already looking at this. This is not A, what a 16-year-old looks like, and B, I don't know if they're adjusting her age for this movie. They might be.
That's a woman who's like around 25 or 30 or 25, 25.
23 to 25, sure. But I mean, that's not unusual for acting gigs, right? It's not unusual to have an adult playing a younger person. Just look at any movie from the 90s that has any high school in it. None of those people are in high school, obviously.
In today's TV series, like all the high school kids are played by almost adult. Like
yeah, they do. They've done
like
better. Yeah, they've done better now. It used to be older. They've managed to pull it down. But here's the thing: that is not what a not made up, not airbrushed, not
that's not
that. This
look
looks
at
like
my
this almost
chin.
looks like this almost looks like an anime character with a hyper pointed chin.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, no, look at this. Look at this chin. Look at Shasha's chin. We both are women. Oh, maybe actually we're not. Someone said we're not women, so maybe
I have a
that's the
sharp.
bad
I
representation.
have high cheekbones and a
You
sharp
have-
jawline. All right, let's go.
And you know why there
Imagine
can
what
be?
the skull will look like.
Because it's the world that we would like to see better.
Note for Twitter, this is for purely educational purposes. Okay, please do not misinterpret this in a racist way. I'm just amazed by
Tell me you're racist
I-
without telling me.
I'm just amazed by high IQ friend who works with artificial intelligence and the stuff he can make and wanted to show people his field of study. Bullshit.
No.
Look at what
No,
this
the
look at what this
Bugs
said.
Bunny, no.
He says he can fix the whole movie when it comes out in 24 hours. Bullshit.
You know what? You know what fixing was valid? Remember when Luke Skywalker appeared in Mandalorian 1
Yep.
at the end of the series?
Yep.
And people saw that there was a lot of things going wrong with the animation of the Luke Skywalker's face, especially his lips. And there was this guy who on internet who just grabbed that footage and was able to make it more hyper realistic. And they actually hired that guy later for Mandalorian 2.
Right.
You know, that's what, you know, what do you say, what this guy should have done. This is not talent. This is deep fake. The other guy who did this stuff, that was talent, and he got hired for it. And it was Disney again.
Be better.
Is that from? Okay, what? Okay, that's from a Trump.
This is an old meme from
Yeah.
that's like the woke leftist screaming feminist thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get copyright struck now.
And
Thanks, assholes. Oh no, the
that
eyes.
was so bad. Oh god. Oh god, no. Oh shit, no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. That was so creepy.
Okay, but
No, 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 no,
so
no, 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 no.
they're fine with her voice.
I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized.
So they're fine.
Yeah, so they were apparently
the singing. It's fine
with the dubbing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A black woman singing is fine. Yeah, that is horror. That is not good in any way.
Okay, but real quick.
God.
So the eyes are really taking away from this. Look at her shoulder and her jaw, her chin line. Do you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see where it's just
like an alien, like that movie, The Thing. Oh fuck my life.
Listen, this has nothing to do with race. This definitely isn't a fix to this movie. It's totally just
Okay.
I'm so impressed by my friend's work.
This is not impressive.
Woo!
This is not I gave you an example of what is impressive. This is nothing compared to that. And I'm sorry if any of the women out there look like this lady. I'm so sorry for the disservice that you have been done to. I'm so sorry about this. You don't deserve it. I won't be tired if there's a woman out there who looks like this lady, even remotely, and
real women have frilled necks.
And for some reason, they let the dreadlocks stay in. You're okay with the dreadlocks on a white lady?
This is woke.
This is woke. This is hippie.
Account is temporarily unavailable because it violates Twitter media policy. Good.
What did I tell you?
Bye.
Aww.
I don't feel bad for you.
Nope. Oh, there he comes.
Oh, it's just an ad. Hold on.
How?
There you go.
Oh god, no.
Mother of God. I did not see this coming. I didn't. I genuinely did not see this coming.
You didn't see it coming that Disney doesn't like when people rip their shit off?
Yeah, nah. What did I say even before we started watching this? Disney will protect their trademark and copyright at any cost. So much so, there was a time when Miley Cyrus didn't have her own name, and she had to that's another fucking thing coming. Yeah. So yeah, tell me more. The quartering. And okay, if you didn't see this coming, what the fuck are you doing in your research?
I'm gonna quick shout
out. What the fuck are you
out
doing with your research?
Because his advertising is all over his screen. I'm gonna shout out Jeff Holiday and his video about the Quartering's bullshit coffee brand that he's basically just lying to people about. So if you're interested in that, go find Jeff Holiday's video about the Quartering's basic coffee. I don't know. Is it a scam? Is it fraud? I don't know. Go watch the video. You figure it out.
And my mouse has suddenly stopped working. Come on, buddy. Don't do this to me.
I mean, his announcement of
he's so surprised.
Reimagined.
Whoa! The pitch is off on there. I'm leaving it because that's funny. The announcement.
No.
Take a shot for a joke that falls flat.
Of the
and also
the new recast with Halle Bailey as Little Mermaid.
What recast? Do you think we should have cast?
Or was there another actor selected and then that actress was kicked out and then Haley came in? Like, can you words, definitions, for fuck's sake, quartering, boy.
No. Okay, so recast to me is. Are you asking to cast Jodie Benson in this movie as?
Old?
Jodie Benson's
Yeah,
amazing, by the way. Just there's no shade on Jodie Benson. She's amazing, but you want her to play a 16-year-old mermaid in 2022? 2023? What recast?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. English, please. And English is supposed to be my second language. Holy crikey. Or are you saying that there was another actress?
Look at his cute little.
Oh, there was another actress.
Cute little.
Oh, look at that egg. Look at that egg. But we only have one egg. That's Mr. Egghead.
We love Egghead. We stan Egghead. All right.
Happened like I don't know months ago. And now, only now really is the backlash kind of heating up. In fact,
really,
the trailer for Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Can we go back and see how many times he has said backlash in his videos?
No.
No. Now it's starting.
Has nearly 500,000
now
upvotes
you see
now,
why
so
I wanted
people
to see
are
the latest
rallying
one.
in support of it. And again, I want to point out,
people are rallying support of it by hitting like on a YouTube video. You do realize this YouTube trailer is directed, and the audience, the demographic for this movie is children, right? This is a movie for kids. Now, people of all ages might be able to enjoy it if you're not, crusty old grumpy bitches, but like I'm one of those. I'm probably not gonna like it, but it's not for me. It's for a new generation of kids to enjoy something, and like let them fucking like you think those likes are people rallying to support Disney? Like Disney doesn't need their help.
Disney has a fucking franchise. Like, have you forgotten? Like MCU. Like, come on, guys.
Well, the Disney Princess franchise is massive. Like, they're just gonna sell
Cinderella? Have you forgotten Cinderella?
They're just gonna sell 2 Ariel dolls. Like they did that with the older movies too. They sold that you can still go buy a Disney Princess Cinderella, and you can get the original animated looking version of Cinderella, and you can get the new looking version of Cinderella. So they're just gonna do the same thing. They're just gonna make more money.
You know, the Cinderella I read is so different from the Cinderella that Disney had, like in the animated form also, and in the live action form also. Do you have fucking any idea how different it is?
I like the Drew Barrymore Cinderella. You guys seen the Drew Barrymore one?
I haven't, unfortunately.
You haven't seen that? It's got Da Vinci in it. Let me find it.
So, Icarus from the live chat. I think Disney also makes those movies. Oh, sorry, I lost it. Oh, where did it go?
Yeah, it's called
Icarus.
It's called Ever Afters from 1998. Watch it.
I think Disney also makes those movies for adults who love Ariel, the animated movie, as kids. Yeah, that's what, and I think so.
The thing is, the demographic and the marketing is towards children, and it always has been. Yeah. Now, that does not mean it's not a family-friendly movie. So, like, the majority of Disney princess movies are not kids movies the way, like, a Troll in Central Park is kids movies. So, The Secret of NIMH is considered, like, a kids movie, but people of all ages can enjoy it. Megamind, it comes to mind as well. It is not a kids movie, it's a family-friendly movie, if that makes sense. So most of the Disney princess movies are family-friendly movie, meaning that there's enough meat there and enough jokes in there to keep an adult entertained and that an adult can enjoy. But the main demographic that Disney is aiming at is still going to be kids and their parents. So they want children to be watching these movies. That's what it's just the main demographic of the Disney princess line of merchandise.
Because kids cannot come to the theaters unaccompanied without an adult to watch a movie, So yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Should we go back?
Yep.
Not Halle Bailey's job to she just took the job. It's not her fault. And people that are like going after her directly, that's not okay. That sucks. Okay.
But what's wrong?
The
movie's not even out yet.
You have plastered You have plastered all your thumbnails.
But it's not her fault.
So now it's quite evident that he is exploiting Halle Bailey for views and thumbs. He knows it's wrong, but he's still doing it. You hypocrite.
Again, I want to point out, not Halle Bailey's job to she just took the job. It's not her fault. And people that are like going after her directly, that's not okay. That sucks. Okay. If you believe that they should be following the original Danish folklore, then that's fine. That's a decision you have to take up with Disney, which is what people are doing in spades.
Danish folklore. Is that what he's going with?
The original Danish folklore. If you're going to go by the original Danish folklore, you should have issues with the first movie initially. And also, in the original Danish folklore, there is no mention of skin tone for Ariel, period.
Yeah.
You're just assuming that because it was written by a Danish person at X point in history, that it would be assumed white.
Yeah. No.
But again, as I pointed out in it like a while ago, if she represents the Red Sea, the location of the Red Sea is Egypt and Saudi Arabia. So take your assumptions about the Danish author and shove them up your ass.
This is what.
There is nothing
this is so
in the original.
Dishonest.
There is nothing in the original Danish writing that has anything to do with skin tone. And Ariel should have to die, should have to turn into sea foam, and should be in incredible amounts of pain, none of which are in the cartoon original. And I bet you any money, if we go look at the comment section, anybody is like, well, I'm just a super fan of the Danish original.
Yeah, it's not a Danish original. It's been written by a Danish author. It's not a Danish folklore. The quartering, it's not a Danish folklore, you asshole. It was written by a Danish author. Doesn't make it a Danish folklore. What the fuck?
I mean, that would depend on the date that it was authored and where it was published. 1897. And were they in
77.
Where were they? Where it was published?
I
would like to point out that 1800s is a little bit early for folklore.
Yeah, and also the language was Danish. Its genre is literally a literary fairy tale. Let's have a look. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. So The Little Mermaid is a literary fairy tale written by the Danish author Hans Christian Andersen. The story follows the journey of a young mermaid who is willing to give up her life in the sea as a mermaid to gain a human soul. The tale was published in 1837 as part of a collection of fairy tales for children. The original story has been the subject of multiple analysis by scholars such as Jacob blah 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 blah. These analyses cover various aspects of the story, from interpreting the themes as discussing. Okay. Nowhere does it say anything about whether it's a Danish folklore or not. It's not a Danish folklore.
A collection of fairy tales.
You got that wrong, buddy.
I mean, put that on the list.
Written by a Danish author.
Here's the thing, though. Even if it was, right? Even if it was some kind of old Danish folklore that was about this story, the story that Disney originally presented would still be wrong. It's not an accurate representation. The major themes are there, but they Disneyified it, like Disney tends to do with the majority of their stories. Beauty and the Beast, Rumpelstiltskin. Did they do a Rumpelstiltskin yet? I know the Muppets
No,
did.
they haven't.
Rapunzel is not, the current Rapunzel that just came out is not remotely accurate to the original Rapunzel story. And like that just came out.
Yeah.
Why aren't you mad about that one, bruh?
Yeah, so selective outrage first generate selective outrage and then be more selectively outraged. Quartering, buddy, you're full of shit. That's just saying. Just because
Shrek is more accurate. By a
Danish author. Yeah, just because someone Danish wrote a story or fairy tale does not make a Danish folklore.
Hey, if you're
and
like
still,
agree with quartering here, please let me know in the chat or in the comments below if you've actually read the original.
Yeah.
490,000
and then still, then you should have had trouble with the animated one.
Right. The animated one still has the same problems because it's not about skin tone.
5 million downvotes. 1.5 million downvotes.
Wow.
Is this where people are finally drawing a line in the sand?
No.
It would certainly seem like it, right?
No, it wouldn't.
I don't really understand.
On YouTube, it means fucking nothing.
Here's the thing. This is a matter of scaling, right? Disney doesn't give a shit.
Nope.
Because we're talking Disney numbers. 5 million people deciding to press the downvote on videos that don't even really show downvotes anymore unless you go looking for them. They're not gonna care.
Nope.
This isn't... You don't treat this like it's the Sonic movie with real-life Sonic teeth. Alright? Like, Disney's not gonna give a shit. The scaling on, like, understanding the numbers that are being dropped right now are so inconsequential. All you're doing is hyping Disney's movie for them. So if you actually cared about this, this is not the way you would go about it. Quartering is a pretend fanboy. He has no knowledge of anything he comments on. Yeah, you would think if you were going to make that argument, you would actually read the Danish story first.
We did. It took me 1 minute to search Google and come to know what the real deal was. And people like this moron gets views.
Or just
and
read
I'm just
it.
like, what?
Because racism.
And yesterday,
yeah,
things took an even more interesting turn. By the way, thanks everyone who went to Coffee Brand Coffee.
Oh, hey, ad for Coffee Brand.
Number one.
Hey, go and watch Jeff Holliday's video about his Coffee Brand coffee. I definitely absolutely recommend watching that video and finding out more about the Quartering's Coffee Brand coffee because it's quite the trip, quite the rabbit hole you're gonna jump down. And so far, he's talked about more about his coffee than he said anything about these movies. Because again, the initial was just ripping off Whoopi Goldberg here, so he's still going. Look at him go. Man, his coffee must be really important. Hey, if you like white Ariel, you should enjoy this coffee.
Brought to you by exploiting 16-year-old girls for content.
I was not surprised whatsoever. So...
What do you mean? You just said you were surprised. You were like, I can't believe this has happened. I wasn't ready for this. And now he's like, wow, I wasn't surprised at all.
2 people posted this out. What 10 gazillion IQ is the initial Twitter account, I guess, who made the video.
Big dumb IQ.
Vandalibum.
Where did he get that from? Like 10 gazillion? Oh, maybe it's a...
Oh, that's the guy's name.
Phrase or expression.
No, it's the guy's name, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Posted the video. What it was a 7-second side-by-side where they had replaced Halle Berry with some generic...
Halle Bailey. Halle Berry is someone different.
She wasn't John Wick, and she will shoot you if you touch her dogs.
To be fair, given his age, I understand that slip up. Halle Berry was a very prominent actress back in the Quarterings day.
Yeah, you got confused. This garbage is content. For fuck's sake.
Halle Berry stars in Disney's The Little Mermaid.
Mermaid.
That's
Oh
cute.
god.
That's a cute slip up. It's all right. It's all right.
Redhead.
She's still a redhead.
I
There
get
was
the
no
meme,
change in that.
But I just knew that this was gonna be, the shot that sparked a billion rees. And
But you said you didn't understand or what was going on. Pick a lane.
within hours,
Ugh.
both accounts were suspended off Twitter. Why?
Wow.
I don't know.
Because Disney copyright.
You asshole. Like, yeah, like what else it could be? What's that fallacy, guys, in the live chat? What else it could be? Other than they're trying to suppress talent and backlash or opposing views. Copyright. Disney is known for that. They should have known before doing that bullshit.
Star Wars was an American folklore. Yes.
I've been told by all the leftists out there that mermaids don't exist. And so the race of said mermaids is not relevant. So when you turn Ariel black, that's stunning and progressive. When you turn Ariel white, you're suspended.
That's not the argument.
No, that's false equivalency there. You asshole. Someone show him this clip of me to explain it to him. You asshole. Again, stop being so disingenuous and so dishonest. The quartering. I call you. Come at me, bro. Disney is a very litigious organization. They what was that screenshot again for the account suspended due to what was that? Shesh, can you go back to that? What did it say? What did it say again? Violet Turalus. Okay, the other one. The gazillion IQ one. 10 gazillion IQ.
Temporary unavailable because it violates the media policy.
Twitter media policy. Did you read it, you asshole? Disney is a very litigious organization that protects its copyright, its trademark, its whatever it produces.
Yep.
Very diligently. You cannot go out there and modify their shit and then not expect to get suspended. Like, what is, and that's even before the movie came out. And then in that tweet you said, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna modify this product. Disney's product that are gonna put out in 24 hours, or I can do it.
Right.
Like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking?
Well, he has no idea what it could be.
He
has no idea.
Come at me, bro. You're so full of shit. So full of shit.
So there's another thing here, too, that he mentions, right? He says that I've been told that mermaids are fictional, therefore they don't have a race and can be any color, so it's okay to make her black, but if you make her white, it's not okay. That's just misrepresenting the argument. The argument is to say that people shouldn't have an issue with whatever her skin, like whatever skin tone is presented initially, because it can be anything, so it should be a non-issue. Whereas what you're presenting is we're taking a black actress and we're erasing her from the movie and putting a white actress in her place, because those are two different things. There was no white person that was removed from this role. When he says the role was recast, it was never recast. Jodie Benson was never going to play this character. And so there's where you see the bait and switch.
Yeah, the bait and switch, exactly. Shesh is on point on that. Yeah, it's like, and people like,
it's actually a really sophisticated piece of rhetoric. Actually, that's what he just did.
Is it?
Yeah. Is it? I mean, it works.
Well, yeah, it worked, but like, I don't know why. Where are people's critical thinking skills?
Somewhere behind their racism.
Oh yeah, tell me you're a racist, without telling me you're racist.
Right, it's a
Right?
bait and switch. These are not, these are not the same thing. Saying that a character can be any race because it's not like any skin tone because it's not relevant to the character arc is like Batman could be Latino. The only thing that makes that difficult to believe is because Bruce Wayne is a rich corporate man. And that is standardly expected in the current society we live in to be a white guy, which is inherently like commentary on the problems of society. So if you were to do that,
Like-
it's definitely plausible, right?
The way, okay, so why wasn't there any outrage when Aquaman was recasted? The original Aquaman in the original cartoon series was a blonde guy, white guy. We have Jason Momoa, who's from Hawaiian hair background, and you can say he's got like blonde hair. He's got black hair in
Do you want me to?
But they have like given him gold streaks.
Do you want me to piss
They had no
everybody off
problem
and
with
spark the outrage? Because women are less racist than men. That's not true. That's not true. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. That's not true.
No, that's what I'm saying. They had no problems with Aquaman, who was shown as a white blonde guy every time in the cartoon series and even in the comic books as a white blonde guy, and he was recasted if I go for the quotes, if I use quoting language, by Jason Momoa, who has Hawaiian Pacific Island heritage, like background.
Jason Momoa is hot.
Like, yeah, I was just like, I don't fucking care about anything. Like, he's hot. So they had no problem with that, but for some reason, they had a problem with this.
If you'll notice as we go through this, which we're probably gonna have to have a part 2 because it's almost 4 already. If you'll notice as we go through this, you'll find that all of these people who have an issue that we're gonna look at today all have a couple of things in common. They're all late 30s ish old white late 30s ish old white men with beards that basically Ariel would have been their first crush.
Yeah, they're like, they messed with my crush cannot be a black girl. No, assholes.
Her skin was as softened and delicate as a rose leaf, is what the original story says about her skin. You know what that's not necessarily?
That's
skin tone. That is talking about texture.
Yeah. As soft. What did it say again? As soft as what?
As soft and delicate as a rose leaf.
Rose leaf is soft and delicate?
Yeah,
no, it's not.
I think they more meant like the petal, like like a rose.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So they couldn't use the word petal. So they had to go for. Okay.
Translation.
Analogy. Yeah, it was written by a Danish author in Danish, so it would. Yeah.
Esmeralda's hot, so this is a Cheshire approved first crush.
See, intrigue feeling.
Interracial couples in Disney. Who'd have thought?
Oh my god, no!
Esmeralda and oh no, what's his name?
She had a brain fart.
What is the name of the main male character in Hunchback of Notre Dame? That is Captain. It starts with an F. Oh no! Oh no! I'm looking it up. This is gonna drive me crazy. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Captain. Fuck my life. Phoebus! Ah! It's PH, not F. Captain
Ah.
Phoebus. His name's Phoebus. Frollo's the bad guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, got
It's
it.
a PH. It's a PH. All right. So you know what? Let's come back to this because we're at 4 p.m. We got shit to do today. We'll come back and
Yeah,
fuck
well,
Nugget. Yeah. Phoebus is his name. We'll come back and actually like go through the Quarterings video and these guys' videos a little bit more because I was planning on putting something together for you
But-
guys and I was in like a shit mood this whole week. So I'll put that. I'll try to put that together this week. Because I'm gonna let you guys take a bet. We'll come back to this.
Intrigue
Do you
Feelings on
guys-
the live chat said Rosenblade.
Oh,
Rosenblade, yeah, so literal translation, but it means the petal. Okay.
I want you guys to vote in the chat if you think all three of these guys are gonna say the same fucking thing. And besides, I don't feel bad if we make 2 videos about all of these guys. I think that's fair considering they were all made like 7+ videos about one stupid trailer.
Yeah. And you can kind of expect what the level of argument will be, or the level of research is going to be in these videos. That's why these are short. They have nothing. It's just background noise. Just stupid background noise. That's
Yeah,
what this is.
you guys vote and you guys let me know because I wanna know what you guys think. If you guys think that they're all actually gonna say the same goddamn thing, because I bet they are. And we'll just, instead of talking around and talking about like fucking Maleficent for 20 minutes.
Yeah, like so
We got
So for all the
distracted.
people out there, yeah, if you didn't have Jason Momoa playing Aquaman, you shouldn't have a problem with Halle Bailey playing Little Mermaids. Just saying.
And if you have a problem with the Dutch written book, the original, then you should have a problem with all of the Disney renditions, or you shouldn't have a problem with the Disney renditions because they are clearly a full-on reimagining and it should be a non-issue.
And it's not a Danish folklore. Just because it has a Danish author doesn't make it a Danish folklore. Please. The basics of literature, please. We should get Mika on. She would like kill this guy's rhetoric right there.
Did I say
then.
Dutch?
We're watching the
Did I say Dutch? My bad.
Danish.
It's Danish. Sorry.
Danish.
My mistake. All right. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
We'll come back. Feel free to follow us. Feel free to join us in
Yep.
the Discord. If you guys want to hear me rant and rave about some live-action Disney movie, let me know which one you want me to yell about, and I'll do that.
All right.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey!
I have to fill
Happy
this
Thanksgiving.
glass.
Yes,
Down.
the
Everybody's beers are empty.
The empty beers are here. So
No.
he needs to fill them and eat the chakaroonies.
Yes, it's time to get out of here. All right, I'll have to go get alcohol and food.
Go for it.
Let
bro.
us know in the chat, and then next week we'll not get distracted and actually watch some of these guys' videos a little bit further. And then we're gonna also have to have another one talking about Dr. Proudman.
That woman. And maybe we'll cover that other doctor also we found. That one tweet that she made. That stupid bullshit tweet.
All right, say goodbye, Maanyaa.
All right, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.
That's a really weird way to say goodbye, Maanyaa. She didn't get it. She didn't get it.
Oh, God. Sorry.
You're supposed to say bye,
I missed the
Maanyaa.
joke.
Bye,
Oh, bye, Maanyaa.
There you go. Okay, bye.
Hello.
Welcome back to Don't Fekk Friday. Don't Fekk Friday. Don't Fekk Friday.
It's going to be fun.